Hello and welcome to the A-League Watchalong. Sorry, a few technical difficulties. The game has actually already started. Started very quick. Should have been a 10:05 kickoff. It's been going for like 2.5 minutes. We're all good though. Hope everyone is okay. Yeah, started a bit earlier than I thought. 5 minutes earlier. And I know the thumbnail is wrong. Don't you worry, the thumbnail will be sorted. And everything in there. What I will do is I will load up the team while this game does go. But, I mean, a big game in the league today just for Macarthur, really. Trying to secure top 6 in the first season. Currently on 32 points, 1 point ahead of Brisbane Roar, who were that team in 6th. The Wanderers are also on 31 points in 7th. But above them, Adelaide 32, Sydney 32, Mariners 33. I mean, one win puts them in 2nd, which is huge in the circumstances of the league. Then you look at the teams who are still left to play. Sydney play Western, who are at the bottom. Mariners play... Oh, he's been slipped in behind. Matt Derbyshire has chipped him in. And it is 1-0 to Macarthur Bulls. And when I was just talking about the game, I was just going to talk about how Matt Derbyshire has been on incredible form. And, I mean, he's just made Victory appear there. And what did surely that is an awful defensive mistake there. Oh, it's a... Ball was tried to be played out to the back. I think that was Barnett tried to play it back. And I think it's Dylan Ryan who slips. It is Dylan Ryan who slips. Matt Derbyshire's the first one there. Chips it over and puts it in the back of the net. And after 3 minutes, it's 1-0 Macarthur Bulls. Matt Derbyshire. And that's his 12th goal of the season. I mean, he's got to double his total to get to McLaren's level, but what a start. We've got hello Chris, hello Kurt, and hello Billy. Hope you're all good there, pals. Hope you are all good. We should be okay to go now, but 1-0 already to Macarthur. I mean, it's going to be a tough game. We'll actually go back to looking at sort of the league and what it could mean, the ramifications. We'll talk about the ramifications more on Sunday. We'll have like another watch along on Sunday where we'll have a lot more relegation talk. Not even relegation talk, sorry, top 6 talk. But I think as it stands in the table now, if I refresh, it would mean Macarthur are in 2nd. Obviously, yeah, 3rd. They were going to 3rd on the same points. It hasn't even updated, so they would be in 2nd. Ahead of Mariners. The pitch is a little bumpy here. Bumpy. I think they were on about they were played a Grand Prix game here. Mon the Jets. Mon the Jets. No one likes the Jets. And that stands for NFL as well. Saying where the Jets are a bit stinky this year. Also, I have got no bias up the Wanderers. Good win for Liverpool yesterday, Chris. Great win for Liverpool yesterday. Oh, the Jets are playing long one victory. I know, mate. I know. We've had a thumbnail error. Go on. I love the way you've just gone from one shit team to another shite team. But I appreciate it. I appreciate everyone being in here today. But if we look at the starting lineups, I didn't get them sorted because first of all, when I was trying to do this stream, my PC wouldn't load up the search bar at the bottom, so I couldn't find Streamlabs. And then when I came back, I realised the thumbnail was wrong. But well, good, we're getting it sorted. Caswell, Josh is on the ball. So it's Adam Federici, and then it's McKing, Milligan, Shushna, and Meredith at the back two. Then it's Lachlan Rose, Ben Yat, Shushieta, Jean-Romain, right, and Matt Derbyshire up front. And then it's Charles M. Monbois. Trust me, you will get a better pronunciation when he gets on the ball, because I don't know how to pronounce his name unless it's here. Monbois, maybe. Don't know, but I don't think he played much this season. No, he has. I just haven't noticed from. I'm guessing whenever I've watched the A-League, he hasn't played in them games. I know Manchester United last night. I know that Wanderers game, he was incredible. And I just love that at points now this year, this A-League's watch-along, when like, if you want a good game, start an A-League watch-along, there's something go wrong, and we'll be all good. It's same with Kieran, that when his MLS watch-along happened, we got a thinger. Monbois on the ball, though. Puts a fizz in the ball. That's a really good cutback to Benyat, who's pushed up. But that was a lovely ball by Monbois. And now it's going to be a counter-attack, though. Ben Falami making a lovely run left. Robbie Cruz plays it to him. Got Rudy Gestede in the middle. Falami cuts it onto his right. Surrounded in fields of white. And it's good defending there from McKing there. Monbois, lovely ball to Benyat. Bit of a heavy touch by Benyat, but he nearly gets anywhere. Absolutely win. Outclassed them. Should have scored more. You know me, always for the underdog. You've got to go. Got to back the underdog sometime. So happens when you spot Oldham Euros back in the underdog. 21 can't shock you anymore. Firmino. Bloody Bobby Firmino getting a double. Good ball in. Gusted wins it. Just goes wide of the post. So close there. It was a good ball in. A Gusted wide open. Probably should be doing a lot better there. Oof. So close there from Rudy Gusted. It's what I think Melbourne Victory brought him in. From set pieces, he's such a danger. We've seen this season, he hasn't been good with the ball at his feet. He scored, I think, couple, but he hasn't been that dangerous on feet. And then as for Melbourne Victory's side, it is Matty Acton in net, Storm Ruley, Broxton, Dylan Ryan, Jay Barnett at fullback, then Jacob Rimmer and Jacob Butterfield. Really, I love that holding midfield pair of them two. Then it's Kamsoba, Cruz, Falame, and then Rudy Gusted on the bench, on the left, sorry, with Rudy Gusted up front by himself. Much similar how Derbyshire is playing up front by himself in this game. But controlling the pace, Macarthur, when they get the ball, it is all about them. You don't feel like Victory are going to simply get back to it. But Victory, they're not a side to be ruled out. Yes, they've had awful performances and awful losses this season. Ben Falami, by the way, is still running. And he just eventually does a little bit too much. He did have Robert Cruz making a run early, went for it himself. On the bench for Macarthur, it's Golek, Franic, Puyo, Suman, Ruse, Martison, Rose. Oh, wait, so it's not Lachlan Rosen. I've got these two Roses. So it's Liam Rose for Macarthur, and then you've got Lachlan Rose from and you've got Lachlan Rose as well. I knew the two Roses. They're my brothers. And then on the bench for Victory, it's Kerda, Anderson, Kurkombe, Brooks, Velu Pile, and William Wilson. What a name! As I think, we have got the thumbnail. But McGing still in the box. Still McGing. I think he ended up going into his own teammate there and just goes for it. Just keeps on running the fullback. He teased us. He was teasing us there. Obviously, I'm going great. This is going great. Fair play to Liverpool, tricking out with the wrong bus. Simple decoy. But yeah, I'm going great as well. Dortmund winning the Pokal. You can't get any better than that this season. Secure Champions League, and genuinely, it might be successful. Oh, Josh's Legend's also changed it. Absolute legend, Josh is. Absolute legend. I've called him an absolute sled, but who cares? Manchester United fans were still outside after the match, so we could have given them the cheeky smile and wait and tell them to shush. In fairness, fair play to the United fans that still protested. They were protesting, even when the game got rescheduled last time. They still did it. Clearly, they want change. They do want change, and it's gonna go another throw for Victory. The thing is, Victory they've got quite a talented team. I like Robbie Cruz, obviously very experienced. It's Jake Brimmer is a guy for me who is still so young, 23 years old. I think he's probably the future of A-League. Of the A-League, I would say. He could be a leading midfielder. Rue puts the ball in. Gusted won't get it. And Monbois plays it to Benyat. To Shushaeta. Into a bit of pressure, good block by Cam Sober. But I like Jake Brimmer. Jacob Butfield, off the former EFL man. Cam Sober. Ben Falami again, the Ipswich guy. Really like him. Really like Ben Falami. Nice bit of skill. Got a good finish on him. Probably will go back. I think he goes back on loan. Will obviously go back to Ipswich at the end of this season. And maybe he'll start. I don't know. And cheers, Chris. Kerr wanted to know in the Manchester City's game. Tuesday versus Fulham. Obviously, it's the FA Cup final this week, isn't it? Which is absolutely mental. Gone very quick. Gone very, very quick. I'm just looking, yeah. What time's that on? 5:15. So, some big games though. Roma Lazio's on then, and Brighton West Ham. So it's Ali Reza versus Thomas Souček. Mine and KL's two loves. Good defending from Dylan Ryan, obviously making up from his slip earlier. Barnett, natural centre mid, playing at fullback today as well. I think they've had a couple of injury worries, if I'm right, Melbourne Victory, but Ben Falami loses the ball. Susayeta. Derbyshire squares it across. Stormroom will clear it. And the ball immediately goes back to Macarthur on the wing. No one covering there for Victory. And Monbois. Shushna pushes up. Lovely 1-2 with Ben Yap, but it doesn't come off. And Meredith does with the tackle now. Cam Sober's bursting through. Still Cam Sober. And good defender from Shushna. Holds to him with. I mean, he's got the strength. Sounds like saying, oh, will they? How is Rudy playing? Rudy Gusted. I think this season, he should be one of the lead. He should be doing what Matt Derbyshire's doing. I wholeheartedly believe that. Not doing the best 4 goals in 13 games. He was out injured. Ben Falami skipped past one though. Ben Falami, again, does it so late. Plays the ball in late. I mean, that would have gone to Rudy Gusted there. But yeah, I think he should be doing a lot better in the league. Doing a lot better, but he's not being awful. But, where's blood? Yeah. No, I learned yesterday that Lingard played for Brighton. Was it Brighton who put the video out of welcome back Jay Lings? Corner comes in, good ball. Headed away by Milligan, the captain. Off the final. Ah, right. Oh, that's cool. That is very cool. Because I knew they were back, but I thought it was just the final games of the season. Corner comes in. It's the targeting Gusted. They are targeting him. And it's still alive. Cruz keeps it in. It's still in the box. What a save. Adam Federici. The Australian man. That is a great save. He stares down Gusted after it as well. That is an incredible save by Federici. Gusted, you know what? Robbie Cruz does well keep the ball in. Plays it into the box. It sort of bundles into Gusted's leg. It hits it on the half volley. And Adam Federici has just made an incredible save. Keeps Victory in this game. That is an incredible save by Federici. Just seeing here. Wide open Gusted and just gets down to his right. Lovely save. I'm 90% Manchester United will win the league and champ. Wildcat. I love the ambition. Good ball switch to Falami. There's a lot of space open on this left for Ben Falami. That's been cut open through McKing pushing up. Nearly thought they signed him post loan. Wow. I thought Manchester United won the league in January. Suppose I thought I was wrong. If I speak. I mean, speaking of a team who may have wrapped up the league, Melbourne City. Such a convincing performance yesterday. They are a very good side. They are 4-1. Scott Jameson, Scott Galloway, and then Jamie McLaren again with the double. Ben Halloran getting a score sheet. Lovely little finish, but they are good. They are a very good side. Cross comes in again, but this time, I think Macarthur sort of shut down shop in a way and have been a little bit forced to just defend, which I don't think they really want to. They'll definitely want to get. It's a game they can easily get a couple of goals in. Victory have had a couple of error. They're very error prone, so I think there's areas that Victory can be getting at. Dylan Ryan tries to go for a long ball, blocked in the midfield by Denis Jean, and there's a lot of space on the left of Monbois, not used though. Now into the midfield, and it's given away. One back in the midfield, great defending there from, I think that's Jay Brimmer. Hello, Daz. I'm doing good, pal. Don't Melbourne City have a connection with Man City yet, so they're do you know like how New York City FC, they're owned by the same thing, but they're a very good team. But obviously, because of the rules, it's very similar to how New York are the best side. They obviously can't sign. They could get probably better players as their designated players. So if you don't know the rules with the A-League, if I'm right, if there's a legitimate Australian that knows the rule very well, tell me. But if I'm right, they are allowed 2 designated players and 3 foreign players. So for Melbourne Victory, their foreign players are Rudiger Stead. I can remember, they're Rudiger Stead, Callum McManaman, who is not in the street. I think did he leave Callum McManaman? Callum McManaman and Matt Derbyshire. So they're their 3 foreign players. You are also allowed 2 designated players who don't go to your foreign policy, and that means if they're the designated players, good ball in, it's in the box, cleared away. Matt Derbyshire just overran it a little bit there. McGain tries to head it back in. And then your designated players, I think for Victory, is Robbie Cruz and maybe Ben Falamis on loan. I don't know who their other one is, but the designated means that you can give them a higher wage than the base, and you can sign into you can sign into a different contract. So it's one thing that's smart is with you choose who your designated players are, because let's say you are bringing in Rudiger Stead from the Championship. If he wants to come, he will go, well, I want to be a designated player because I can make more money playing in League One Championship football. Oh yeah, that's why Barnett's playing at left back, because of obviously Adama Traore suspended. Good pass by Benyat, just holds himself up well. Now fires him to Monbois, and Benyat switches it all the way across to Meredith. So Macarthur's first year in the league, and I think they'll look back as a successful season. I really will. Possibly going to get top 6. And my bets let me down, lucky dads. What did you have them? Yes, bro. I did play soccer last year. 0 card. Give it a go, mate, Kurt. You've got, what's it called? Good discipline. Monbois to Benyat. Benyat, I mean, he's somehow got the pass out of Monbois to Meredith. Now, if he just turned, Matt Derbyshire in a lot of space, and could be a counter-attack for Melbourne Victory to Ben Falami. Just got no one with him, Falami. And then he plays it to Robbie Cruz. To Barnett. Go all the way back to Dylan Ryan, just switching it across. To Broxham. And instead of smart Macarthur, just sitting back, holding the position. Brimmer's lost the ball. Monbois takes a good heavy touch. He actually had again a man open in the midfield, doesn't use him. But got a good energetic start to this game from both teams. And so I will have a drink. Perth Glory's Castro needs to be looked at by Victory. Would that be designated? Cross comes in. Still outside on the wing. I will tell you in a second, but lovely one too. Good defender from Barnett. It's just can't get the ball in. So yeah, I think he would be designated, but I think he's like a Perth Glory journeyman loyalist. I think he's one of the ones I actually probably don't see leaving. I really learned he's one of the guys in the team that he's. I think he's been there for nearly. So I don't know whether that's like FM stuff, like the designated players, but I'd assume not. He's been at Perth since 2015. 6 years. He's one of their best players. I wouldn't see Perth So he signed a 2-year extension in 2019. So this would be his final year. But yeah, so he extended his. So okay, I think the rules are changing now. But 2050, I think Victory are going to make a change here. I think it's Robbie Cruz who's. Yeah, Robbie Cruz is hobbling around on the pitch, so we're going to have a change here soon. But yeah, on 6th of August, at age 33, Castro moved abroad. First time joining Perth Glory as a foreign marquee player. Yeah, so, and then 16 extended his stay, and a deal worth $500,000, and then he signed a 2-year extension. So, but yeah, Robbie Cruz will come off here. I mean, it's an early sub for Victory. It's not what they want. And who is coming on? Is it Kurt? Oh, it's Brooks. Brooks is going to come on for him. I think it could be Kurt, but Leighton Brooks is going to come on here. The 20-year-old. I mean, good chance to get some good game time for him. What match did you watch last night? The DFB Pokal, Daz, mate. Bit cold in Australia. Yeah, the DFB Pokal. The German Cup game. God, it's Thursday. Scored, I think, in their last game from Leighton Brooks. See Robbie Cruz, just pain. It looks like an ankle injury. But, again, a huge miss, especially with Nick Ansell out. I think captain, is it? One of their starting centre-backs out with suspension. Adama out on suspension. They're really having to make, not a makeshift, but they're definitely a low on players. For sure. What's your thoughts on Victory haven't properly raced Berisha? They haven't. The thing is, I think they've got a talented attack. They just, it seemingly doesn't click in them. And their defense, the defense as well, is not top notch. Makes a lot of mistakes. I think Dylan Ryan's still on loan from is it Sparta Rotterdam or Willem 2? I think he's on loan, so I don't know whether that'll be extended. But no, they haven't. It's one of the beauty of the A-League, though, that you are more or less every season probably going to get a different winner. Which does make it so fun when these designated players do leave or when, etc. I like that also you have like intra-league transfers, so I'm pretty confident. Was it Agarkovic for... No, it was a Melbourne Victory player who went to Western Sydney Wanderers on a free. I watched both Rowan, Liverpool on my... Had the poor Xbox Dortmund on my phone. Yeah. But it's Leighton Brooks. Tries to get past Benyat. Couldn't get through him there. What's your thoughts on F1 season so far? Sorry, no, but no, it's alright. Good ball. Just dead. Again. Just can't control it down. And now it's a Macarthur counter-attack. It's good defending there from Storm Rue. Had to make that challenge stop Monbois from getting away. And then Matthew Acton forced to clear it. I think finishing in Matthew Acton. From right saying, I think he's Finnish. Oh, he's Australian with Finnish descent. Where is he? English Finnish. Oh, he was. Where was he born? Been in Melbourne Victory for a while. I bet he was born in Australia, which gives him that Australian nationalship. He's Australian as well, but... Ball in the midfield now to Benyat. Got a run on the overlap. Plays it through. Ball inside the box. It's blocked by Dylan Ryan. Appeals have been waved away. I think VAR will check it, but... Sheesh. Hello, Frizzy Freddy. Hello. Sheesh. That's all he said. That is all he said. Still long way to go there. Yes, alright, I didn't answer the question. Meredith puts a good ball in. McGinn digs it in. Monbois. Oh, what a save. Matty Acton parries it onto off his own crossbar. And then collects it. What a great save by Matt. Both keepers having making two great saves. Macarthur probably should be 2-0 up. Or it should be 2-1 with earlier on. What match is in the German League tomorrow? You'll see soon, guys. You'll see. All Verstappen could do is keep Hamilton until... Yeah, I think there's still so many races to go. I think I've enjoyed it. We've... Barring a couple, barring like Spain and Portugal, Portugal, especially Spain. Like it has been a fun season. Like I think Spain was interesting in terms of like just tire drops off and strategy. We're having again another really good mid-table battle. Ball goes over the top. Sushnil wins the first ball. And then Meredith will clear the rest of the ball. I think Campbelltown Stadium needs repair. I like the Campbelltown Stadium. I like it. I don't think it needs repairs. Maybe just like little freshens up, but no. The Bundesliga matches, they are, if I'm right, I wish I could do it off the top of my head. Gladbach, Stuttgart, Leverkusen, Union, Freiburg, Bayern Munich, Berlin, Cologne, Schalke, Frankfurt, Augsburg, Werder, Bielefeld, Hoffenheim. And then there's 2 Sunday games, which is Mainz, Dortmund, and then Leipzig, Wolfsburg, because that Pokal game that was played. So, yeah, bunch of games, and obviously we will be live on the channel with a couple of them. We'll be live with Hertha Berlin, Cologne, and Augsburg, Werder Bremen. And you know what? I will keep my eye on Schalke Frankfurt because that's got huge ramifications for the Champions League as well. But here right now, I mean, Cam Sober's got a lot of space here. Puts it across the face of the goal. Falami keeps it in as well. Had nowhere to go. Had to go to the right. Barnett plays it in. Cleared away outside the box. Brimmer! Off the outside of the post. So close there. So close. Verstappen needs to work on his strategy. That's been my biggest critique of him, why Hamilton won. I don't think it's him as well. I think it's Red Bull. Yeah, I think it's Red Bull. I think they were completely caught. That is an incredible save by Acton. Some lightning quick to get away with that. Yeah, I don't think it's a Verstappen issue. It's a Red Bull issue. They really got caught out. And you can just see it. They can catch and eventually gets him. And that created the drama as well. Is Hamilton going to get him? It was just that timer going down. Who do you think will the fuck up, Leicester or Chelsea? I don't know, actually. It's a good one. I don't know. I think Chelsea have obviously got that Champions League final. I think they probably want some additional silverware. Whereas Leicester... What may I ask? Whereas Leicester, I think, would be, I think, a very successful season if they could secure Champions League and then also win the FA Cup. You know what? I'll go with... trying to think here. Leicester are a good side. They're a really good side, but could Chelsea... I think Giroud would probably start, you know. He's a cup merchant. I know Josh would love that. I'll probably back... I think they're classed as the underdogs. I'll probably back Leicester. Because I think... Why not? I don't know why. I feel like they'll want it more just because Chelsea's still got a Champions League final. And so... Lovely one too, but I think that was Societa and Mambois, who will go ahead. Who will go ahead and win that corner. For Macarthur Bulls. He's had a good start today. He was Dennis Genre, who plays a lovely ball to Mambois. I mean, back to Broxham, comes across well. I like Dennis Genre as well, another good young midfielder in the league. Hopefully Leicester win it, yeah. I mean, what do you get if you win the FA Cup? Is it Europa? One-off game in Cup final. I think they could have won, like, good ball in, back. Oh, Milligan couldn't get it at the back post. He leaves it thinking it's a corner. And it wasn't. As my hair is all over the place. Does this look stupid? This does look stupid. Is that better? We'll try hold it like that and see if that does it any better. Can't sort the hair out. I mean, Victory, hold on there. I mean, Barnett nearly does lose the ball. I know I can sort that. We'll leave it. We'll stop worrying. I mean, if you win the FA Cup, it's Europa League, so I suppose... And like Europa League qualifiers, I mean, if Leicester... It'll go to second place with Chelsea, but Chelsea about a secure Champions League as well as Leicester. So, As much as I'd love West Ham to get a Champions League spot, at least they still might be in Europe. And obviously you're going to want Liverpool to get that 4th spot. Referee? I mean, good refereeing there from the referee. So the cross comes in. It's blocked. I thought it was immediately going handball, but Gustedi's fouled outside the box earlier by Jean-Rowe. And he goes back to that smart refereeing from the ref, I'm seeing. Yeah, and it's smart. Jean-Rowe just absolutely bodies into where Rudy just said. The referee had his eyes out and sort of checks for it. And now it's going to be a free kick here for Melbourne Victory, a very prime position. Jake Brimmer and Broxham, or Butterfield, sorry. Butterfield and Broxham stood over it, and Brimmer. But I think it's... I mean, you can see Gustedi's trying to create that gap there, and Mboua will come in and cover it. Federici's got to set up his wall here, nice. And ERC Ingolstadt has just said, Moin. Please tell me you're at Ingolstadt. I love Ingolstadt. I've got a... There's... Brimmer! Oh! And he took a deflection and goes out for a corner. It was dipping. It was dipping, don't get me wrong. Both Chelsea and Leicester looking over their shoulders and race for top 4 still. Exactly. I think this might just go, alright, we've guaranteed Europe, so just fully focus on... It was actually a block off on the wall by Shushna. Good block there. Really good ball by Shushna in the wall. And it will be a corner here. I do love that, like the ultra section in the stadium for the Macarthur fans is called the bullpen. Great name. I'm just looking at the food there. You got it went good cross in, cleared away. But they've got like cheeky chips. They had a good food selection there. Ball in behind Kansoba. Tell you what, these Matt Dabshin doing his defensive duties. These gaps that are being created here by Macarthur, allowing Kamsoba, especially, in a lot of space. Oh, here we go. Nachos, cheeky chips we had there. But like, so much open space is being created. Say Chelsea win the Champions League and United win the Europa League. Is it the top 5 for the Champions League? I don't see they could do that, could they? Maybe. No, I think the place the position would just be void. Good cross in. There's probably, hold up, I probably can find it if we go look at like La Liga 2018 season. No, because I'm trying. I'll try to figure out. Here we go. Here we go. There we go. We can see it. Okay. Let me find a season where like Sevilla won the Europa League, but that's not last year, because this season's not done yet. Well, that's it. Oh yeah, I could actually look at last year. That's Copa del Rey. European competition. Here we go. Never won a Super Cup sphere, which is very interesting. Sevilla, I'm just looking at the Champions League. Bless them. Put up a fight. Hold up, final. So let's say 2019-20 season. Okay, we'll figure this out. 2019-20 La Liga. Here we go. Wikipedia. So, it was still the same. I think it still finished all the same because Sevilla finished in the top 4. Now, Sevilla, yeah. So, I think if they finished in the top 4, it doesn't matter. I don't know what would happen, though, with the extra qualification spots. Who knows? There'll be someone in the chat who probably knows it a lot better than me. Or someone on the Sports Corner. Macarthur, by the way, have just been stuck in their own half for this the ending of the half. Victory applies some great pressure. I mean, they can't get the ball in the back of net, but applying really good pressure on Macarthur. Matt Derbyshire will win a free kick in midfield, and Macarthur could just have a breather, because right now it's been all Victory, and I think that's something that Victory would really, really want right now. That's what they really want. Just got to hold on here, Macarthur. I mean, go into half time 1-0 up. So yeah, an ankle injury for Robert Cruz, but Mumbois has got a lot of space in the right. Takes a very heavy touch. Sushieta. McGee, it's a good. That is a great goal. That is a great goal from Macarthur Bowles. And it's 2-0 after relenting pressure from Melbourne Victory. Back at home, and they're 2-0 up, and it's a lovely, well-worked team goal. Mumbois in the middle, I thought he took a heavy touch. It turns out that heavy touch was perfect. He finds Sushieta, who lays off to McKing, puts a lovely dinking ball in, and Meredith there, wide open. He's got all the time and space to angle the header. Easy header. And it's a lovely ball in, and a lovely angled header. 2-0 to Macarthur Bulls, and this game's looking a bit out of reach now for Melbourne Victory. Scored in consecutive games versus Melbourne City, which is a good start for them there. I wonder if there was ever a team relegated a season like the European football, like Sheffield could have been that team if they had got 6th last year. Great goal. It was great. I'm trying. There will be one. Could have been Hertha. Or Hoffenheim even. I don't know about this season, but I mean, a lot of spaces. Storm Room puts an early ball in. It was a good idea, just didn't have the end product. What about when Wigan won the FA Cup? Fritz just asked, what do you think would be cool if A-League had a relegation? I think it would give teams other opportunities, but I'm guessing you want who scored the goals. It's 2-0 Macarthur. The first goal was Matt Derbyshire, lovely chip over Matty Acton, and then the second goal was James Meredith. This guy is removed. I think it will give teams in the second division a better chance, but it's very similar to how the MLS works in terms of for the A-League, it works for them, and having that top 6 end, that's what it is. Yeah, Meredith and Derbyshire, mate. It's going to be on the wing, though. Shushaeta to Benyat, back to Susieta. I mean, players lining up in the box, and Macarthur forced to go back. I don't think it'd work. It's how our leagues and the big leagues are based on promotion and relegation. There is something beautiful about that. We saw it this weekend with Derby, and that is singing. With the A-League, there's never been that because the quality, there wasn't enough to go through. So having an expansion league where more teams can come in if they've got the funds, it does mean that you won't see as many teams. You won't see as many teams go bust or anything, because they will still get to play at the top level, and they've all got their academy teams and stuff. It is always interesting to talk about. I think it always comes back to the MLS situation of how English fans 100% are like, oh well, the MLS is stupid, no relegation. What do you fight for? But with the NFL, it is really win or lose, because if you don't have a good season and you don't get to the playoffs, your season is done. You are done. You can't do anything. Whereas, it's good ball in by Victory, headed away. Still with Victory to Butterfield, to Broxham, back to Butterfield, back to Broxham. Melbourne, the most effing useless team I have ever seen. Garbage team. Good ball in. Good. Oh my God. Leighton Brooks. That should be 2-1. It was a good ball. It was a really good ball over the top. And he's either got to head that or put it on target. That's poor from Leighton Brooks. Obviously, I know he's only 20 years old and that inexperience will be there, but ball went back just dead to Butterfield. And poor ball there. You made Matt and Societa captain and vice captain, so Fantasy League, hope you don't lose any money, hope you don't, mate. Good choices, though. Did Societa get the assist? I'm trying to think, the Meredith goal, that was McKing, and the Matt Derbyshire goal, that was a mistake, so yeah. No, unfortunately, Societa no assist, but again, you would expect if it stays as it is that he'll get an assist on the score sheet. Societa, speaking of him, he will just handball the ball. Any ideas when the squads get announced for the Euros? I don't have a clue. But I know what will be happening in the Euros. Sports Corner Watchalongs, they will be occurring. Yeah. We're having someone. Societa needs to score a goal for you. Wish it into existence. Wish it into existence and it can happen. A lot of open space on the left. Barnett pits a ball in. Goes nowhere. Meredith will get it out. Good clearance by Meredith. Oh! Big collision. Brooks and Mambois. And now Macarthur goes to Sayeta to Benyat. Under a lot of pressure. And Kamsoba Rose to Benyat. Meredith's calling for it on this left hand side here. With 30 seconds left. And it will be switched across. Bit of time and space here. Meredith. Back into Sushna. To Mambois. It's just a poor pass there from Mambois. We'll put it out of play. But again, really exciting player again, Mambois. Energetic. He's sort of got fire underneath him. Lightning quick runs. Could be a very useful player for Macarthur. When obviously if they do get their players. Ball over the top though. Kamsoba tries to cut across. Good challenge by Milligan. Great challenge by the defender. That's a heroic challenge by him there. That's a really good challenge. Because Gustedi's wide open in the box. And speaking of wide open in the box, we will have a corner. And Brimmer is getting as much abuse as he can. Cross comes in. Blocked to the front post by Societa. And now counter time. Mambois. Oh, lovely header there. And Barnett has took the smart decision and just hoofed it away. And that half-time whistle is going to blow. And it is 2-0 to Macarthur Buzzer stands. We got off to a shake stab, but Matt Derbyshire gets an early goal. Just chips it over the goalkeeper after a mistake at the back by Dylan Ryan. And then James Meredith gets a score sheet. Assist by McGinn puts a lovely ball in. Meredith with a perfectly angled cross. And Macarthur Bulls, I mean, they're going to get an interview with Meredith practically straight away. And Macarthur Bulls are 2-0 up. Just going to talk to James Meredith here, the fullback. Just good finish by James Meredith, though. Good first half from Macarthur. Held on resiliently. I think there were opportunities when Victory could have got into this game. I really do, but it's not over yet. It is not over yet. Going to be very interesting to see what comes up in that second half. We'll do some shameless promotion now. If you haven't liked this video, like, subscribe, notifications, all that YouTube stuff. Twitter at @_topcorner. Give us a follow on there. You can see when we're going to go live, and also just if there's any big YouTube noise. Website sports-corner.com. Couple of articles going up there. There'll be an A-League season review going up as well. But yeah, we had a Bundesliga season review. KD did a piece on the Champions League journey for Chelsea. And then the Instagram, the _sports-corner again, just to see when we're live. Don't forget to follow us all on there. Now, yeah, nearly flashed up the wrong lineup. This is what's coming up on the channel. That's not. I haven't updated it. We're all good. I haven't updated it. I think, unless if I have, and then we'll go again. The sports. No. Yeah, it's all good. The sports corner. Here we go. This is what's coming up on the channel this week. Because there we go. So Newcastle Jets versus Coastal Mariners. That is not happening because that's not the game we're doing. It's obviously the game that is currently happening right now. Macarthur versus Melbourne Victory. Then on Sunday, Perth Glory versus Western Sydney Wanderers. That's at 11:10. Should be a very good game. 3-0 last time. Then it's on the 17th of May at 5-6. It's Bournemouth versus Brentford in that first EFL play. Should be a very good game. Then on the 17th of May in the late game, it's Barnsley versus Swansea. Again, should be another game. Barnsley, surprisingly in the playoffs, can they knock out former Premier League contenders team, Swansea. And then Premier League Darts will be back on the 24th of May at 7:05. Should be very good. Watchalongs. But what I will do is I will put that on loop. And I will be back very, very, very soon. What song? We'll put on this one. We always choose this one, actually. What's this? So, you can't hear it. Let me turn it up. I mean, my God, if you want some hype music, this is it. We will choose something different. That's a bit too heavy. We'll go to All Reliable. Be back very soon. Don't forget to check out everything that's coming up on the channel. Thank you. That was an awful restart. We are back. We are back. That was an awful way to restart the thing. Take that off on loop. How is everyone? I'm good, lad. Hopefully you all got some water. You all got rehydrated for a good second half. Fingers crossed. Anyway, this was my choice of brunch. I think we call it, because it's not breakfast, it's not lunch. It's that perfect time in between. I went for smoked ham and cheddar from Tesco. Now you see, I'm not. When I go, I'll be honest, I get tuna and cucumber. Yes, hate me all you want, I'll get a tuna. I back it. I'll back it till the day I die. But I was like, you know what? I've had that a couple of days now, because I can't be put making my own meal. But smoked ham and cheddar is a good, with that mayo in between, bringing that nice blend of the beach with smoked ham. I don't want to talk about, but it's a good lunch, I would say. What's everyone else had for the breakfast or lunch? What drink is occupying you today? We've got not sponsored, but Monster Energy. If they would like to sponsor us, we would 100% take up. I don't think we're big enough for you. Yeah. It's not well weird, that. It's not well weird. Something like that. It smells like... I'd say it smells like ham, but it don't. But we should be. I think that should get underway very, very soon. Hope everyone is all good. I've said that many times, not wrong. What we'll do is we'll sanitize the hands. Also, it's still COVID. Got to make sure that everything's all clean. It's Matt Devonshire, by the way, adds another goal to his totals. Really on fire this season. 12 goals. I mean, in any other league, in like any other season, he could be one of the best players in the league. But when you have Jamie McLaren playing as he is, and that's going to be Lachlan Rose. I think that's Lachlan Rose because he's got the lovely long blonde hair. Yeah, it's definitely Lucky Rose. One thing I do love about the A-League is the commentary in terms of they don't call him the proper name. They call him just like Matthew Acton. He's not Matthew. He's Matty Acton. I saw a report on Twitter that said, save the pubs financially. People all over England must all drink 124 beers each. As an American, I will do my civic. Jesus Christ. 124, right. So I'm going to base off how many beers it takes. I'm a large man. But I'm not a beer drinker. I would say 5 beers, possibly 4, and I'd be pissed. So that would be... I'm trying to think, that would be 124 divided by 4. I would have to go to the pub for 31 days in a row, have 4 pints, and hope that I didn't get a hangover if I wanted to pay it back as quick as possible. I mean, what I could do is, I could do, where's the full reset? Is that a full reset? I could do, if I wanted, let's say I drunk 8, 50, I could do that, put that into a month. But yeah, a change for Macarthur here. With Lachlan Rose coming on. I think someone was injured, he said. So, I don't know who would have been injured. Where's Lachlan Rose? I think McGinn maybe might have come off injured. Or Shushna, I don't know. Well, I'll let you know. Or Dennis Romero. Anyone really could have come off. I can't say who. I cannot say who. Oh, it was Ben Yat who came off. So that is a huge loss for the side. I mean, he's one of their leading players in. I could probably do 6 to 8 in a night and call it quits after that till the next day. I'm not a beer drinker though, so I'm not a massive drinker to be honest. But beer just sits on you, doesn't it? And again, not a cider man. It's like cider bubbles up, but I'm not a cider. I did have a mango cider from it's called the Pump Room, I think. Ignore the name, but from the Pump Room, and that were nice. That mango cider, I've never been able to find it again. But I could the thing is, it depends how you'd want to do it. Would you do it in terms of you go slow, so you might do a pint, glass of water, glass of water, or do you just get it all out of the way, like neck 4? So if you maybe neck 4 and then food over beer at the pub. I do love a pub food. I do love a pub food. Especially the pub close to where I used to live. Cam sober. Puts it across and no one can... Again, Rudy just said cannot gamble on it. That's his 5th opportunity. The Euros would be great to have pubs if they open. So the pubs are already open for us. They actually, I think, this weekend... It might be this weekend, if not the weekend after, where pubs are open for inside as well. So you can actually... Because so only now you're only allowed to sit outside. Whereas in a week time, I think. They're open inside. Good ball to the wing. Lot of space on the right for Lachlan Rose. It's such a heavy touch by Derbyshire. He made such a heavy touch, just couldn't get it going. Good ball. There's a man in behind here. Oh, it's a poor ball by Cam Sober to Brooks. Just a poor ball. And that could have paid off. That should have paid off. It's got a big hole in my hoodie. I just realised. Oh, mate. If England go on a Euros run and it's warm, the pubs will be... Oh. And another ball in. Just dead slips. Jesus. Oh, hello, Jacob. Sorry I didn't see your comment. Jesus. Just dead has so many opportunities right now. So many opportunities. Butterfield with another good ball. Brimmer to Butterfield. In behind to Cam Sober. It's another ball going to be played into the box. Just dead. He does finally win a header. And straight into the hands of Adam Federici this time. But Elvis Cam Sober's had a good game today. 2 good crosses. Butterfield to Cam Sober. And Gusted gets away from his man and then just heads it straight into Federici's hands. There's a man open the midfield if they can get the ball into him here. Derbyshire to Susieta. Bit favour Dylan Ryan rather than Susieta there. As Kurt says, let's go Victory, bro. Back in Victory today, are you, Kurt? Another good ball there. Cam Sober on the wing. Still Elvis Cam Sober. Ball to Brooks. Ball back into the box. And it's going to go for a corner. And Victory are rolling now. They have got momentum. They have really got momentum. Cam Sober on the wing, who's causing so much problems. Causing so many problems right now. And the cross will come in. And it's going to be headed away. Butterfield. Back to Brimmer. Good high ball into the back post. Dylan Ryan does win it. But he just can't get away. Someone goes down injured there, clutching the leg. Liam Rose there. Clutching his hamstring. Could be hamstring, I'm seeing here, but it's a good ball in by Brimmer. Dip into the back post. And as Ryan goes in for it, just... Liam Rose just clips the back of him. Dylan Ryan clips the back of Liam Rose. Nothing on purpose, nothing cynical. But Macarthur... By the way, if you wanted to watch this game, if your country doesn't have broadcasting rights for the A-League, it is currently on YouTube. If you would like to watch it. Also, we've got BT, so we've got the BT have got it. But also, in bigger news, Jay Ling's won Player of the Month. Now, if that isn't something to brighten your day, I don't know what will. Lachlan Rose. Still Lachlan Rose. Oh, tries to put a ball and just goes over the crossbar. Your team Brisbane Raw, you're going to go for victory tonight, obviously, with that league so close. But yeah, Jay Ling's winning Player of the Month. Unreal. Unreal for Jay Ling's. Oh. And now, Falami on the wing. Still Ben Falami. To Butterfield. To Barnett. Still Barnett. Falami. Headed to Gusted. Back post. Into the box. Cam Sober can't get the shot off. Brooks just blazes it over the crossbar. Another opportunity for Melbourne Victory, which goes amiss. Again. They're really missing something here. You watch a game of Foxtel and voice. Oh, thank you, mate. Well deserved Lingard. 100%. Rumored, I know KD sent me this last night. I was chilling in bed and I got a message from KD that just was, where is it? There it is. Jay Ling's rumoured thing. Jesse Lingard is being added by Borussia Dortmund over a sensational switch and could be used in the deal to bring Sancho to United. I mean, if you're Jesse Lingard, you must be thinking, right, but It depends where. If he plays on the right where Sancho is, fair enough, but it doesn't bring what Sancho. I think it'd be interesting. It would be very interesting. I mean, the ball's been given away again by Shushner this time, and he's back to Brimmer, and Victory have had all of the momentum, all of the ball. Cam Sober there, trying to battle with Shushner. It was always going to be a tough one. It was always going to be a tough one. But Perth Wanderers, that is occurring on Sunday. We'll have a watch on for that. It's 2-0 right now. Benya with a calf concern. It's obviously not guaranteed injury, a bit of concern. I mean, Perth Glory, they obviously because of the Perth lockdown, a lot of games being played a lot closer. So Perth have gone from playing, they'll play Wednesday, they'll play Sunday, and then they will play it on Wednesday, then we'll play it on Sunday, and then we'll play. I mean, the season's nearly at an end. We've only got a couple of games left. Obviously, we'll come down to that final day. On the 5th of June, we've got the Melbourne Derby again. We'll have Brisbane versus Sydney, Jets versus Perth. What a game in Adelaide Wanderers, Macarthur Wellington and Mariners Western. Should be some really good games, but Melbourne Derby on the final day. Ooh, that could get ugly. I mean, if you know the previous results for Melbourne Victory and Melbourne City, I mean, if I load them up here. Melbourne City, by the way, in their past four games, have scored 13 goals. They are an unstoppable force, but Melbourne City, 7-0 against Melbourne Victory. Melbourne City, 6-0 against Melbourne Victory. And that was with, that final game of the season could be absolutely mental. We could see goals and goals and goals. I mean, we talk about how poor Victory have been this season, but the Jets are bottom of the table. What day is Brisbane's next game? Brisbane's next game, they play, will be this weekend. Adelaide on Sunday, mate. So I don't, so that is that Friday night? No. Idiot. Monday. I don't know. Monday night? I think Monday night. Yeah. Or Sunday night even, but I think it's Monday. Who knows? Who knows? But 2-0 it stands right now, Macarthur. I love the derbies, Melbourne's and Sydney's, yeah. Western Sydney versus Sydney, and then, yeah. The Melbourne derby, which, I mean, this year has been incredible. I don't know whose Macarthur's would be. Don't know who Macarthur's be. I think that's like the one problem with the MLS is you don't really have a derby, will you? You'll have your, I suppose, like maybe Houston Dynamo versus Austin FC if that happens and stuff. But Cross comes in. Federici collects. You can clearly tell how much of a miss Benyat is in this team. I mean, Loic Puyo could come on here and probably fill that role. And I'm just looking. You obviously got, so in your sort of your Eastern Conference, Miami, Chicago, Cincinnati, Toronto, Montreal, I suppose, are one. Is it technically? Miami. Wait, Miami. Well, Miami, Orlando as well, both in Florida. And then, Houston versus Dallas as well. And Austin as well. So, you've got the good battle. You've got a couple of Texans games there. Austin, Houston, and the New York teams. How could I forget about them? Yeah. Exactly. So, yeah, there's a couple. Should be some fun games coming up, though. Next weekend, going to be very busy. Going to be very busy because it's the end of the Bundesliga season. It is also F1 and Monaco race. I'm also going go-karting that weekend. It's a very busy weekend for Rowan on that time. Because we've got but also I think the Bundesliga season finishes at 4:30. Like the games should finish around 4:30. I'm going go-karting at 5:30, I think. So we'll play, and I'll be playing it later. But I really want to watch the Bundesliga games. And when my mate rang saying you want to go-karting, I was like, oh yeah, sure. Just didn't check the time of when it was. Otherwise, I probably would have said no, tied in with the Bundesliga final day. But it should be very interesting. It should be really interesting. See what happens with that as genre to Susayeta. And I mean, not being as convincing the second half of Macarthur. 30 minutes left and they really poor passes, haven't spotted anyone. Acton's got to keep a calm head here and he will just get it out. Rose wins the header. Monbois does really well to get past Barnett, and then it's a heavy touch by Dylan Ryan, who pulls it away for a throw-in. But yeah, they're not being convincing, really. Talk about Red Bull, they bought a Brazilian team last year in the first round. But Agado, imagine, yeah, I saw your tweet for that. That'd be incredible. That would be cool as well. I mean, fans would hate it. Red Bull Leipzig is still one of the most hated teams in the Bundesliga. I mean, the only people that probably wouldn't hate it would be a Burnley, Brighton, Newcastle. I think Newcastle, I don't know, they probably would be called. The thing is, the clubs are so rich in history, it would have to... I think the reason it worked with Man City was, unfortunately, they hadn't won a main title. They were in their third division when the Premier League was created and stuff. And I think it was okay when the new owners came in. If it happened with Newcastle are rich in history. No, they're not even rich in history, but you know what I mean? I don't know, City never felt like they were one of them teams, but like, they've been around for a while, these other teams. It kills it, yeah, in essence it does. Like, the reason I think it works with Leipzig was they bought a team that was in the 4th division. But I think the one issue that, the reason I hate it is that, first of all, that it is RB Leipzig and that a company owns them and stuff, and I don't think the 50+1 rule is in effect for Leipzig. Or it's there's like stuff that basically doesn't, it's not what the Bundesliga is about and what the fans believe it. Monbois, by the way, has been so energetic this entire game. Lachlan Rose. Still Lachlan Rose. Still does really well to keep the ball to his feet, but Jean-Ro loses the ball easy. Izmir does Premier League finish next week as well. I think it might be the week after the Prem. I can have a look. Can I have a look for you? I think there's 2 more games left, isn't there? Yeah, finishes on the 23rd. That's next week. I've got midweek games. We got midweek games. That makes sense. Yeah, finishes next weekend then. But that's at 4. So it'll be interesting. But all the games going on at once. So it'll be interesting to see what... Oh no, that's on Sunday when F1's on. It's on a Sunday, idiot. So yeah, we'll be all good. What I might do is there might not be a watch-along for the F1. There might not be. For Monaco. We'll wait and see. We will wait and see. Dangerous free kick here for Melbourne Victory. Little fake running behind. Poor ball in, cleared away. Broxham tries to play it in and he absolutely hoofs it against Monbois, who has been Cansoba to the ball now. Monbois tries to play it through to Meredith and it doesn't go to him. Yeah, they bought Leipzig, but Red Bull bought 4th division side, and then brought them up invested money. As Martis is going to come on for... I think that's Rose. Liam Rose is going to come off now. This was earlier when he went and clutched his hamstring. Twisted ankle, sorry. Take him off. Maybe it's just a precaution here. Which I think means that it will drop back. I'm trying to think. McGinn will probably drop further back into it in the centre back role, but Jean-Ro to 2. Speaking of that man. To Susayeta. To Rose, puts the ball in. And Matthew Acton will collect. Or do we dual screen watch on? Yeah, we'll wait and see. We will wait and see. But I want to be involved in the Premier League one. I really do. So I might watch, but we'll wait and see. Again. Oh, hello, I'm fuming. Hiya, mate. See, look, Ethan, mate, your signs of a true friend. You have notifications on. I haven't seen you. Yeah, you have notifications on. You know when we're live, don't you? Unlike some others. Yeah, it mainly depends on team's history. Red Bull buying someone like Notts County will kill the history. That's the thing. It's sort of like... It's one of them ones, isn't it? Because let's say they bought a League 2 club and then invested money in it. It's very similar to how Salford is in a way, but if they did that... Ball given away again by Victory, this time by Broxham. But Macarthur haven't really made them pay. Ball, General, love the ball to Rose. Rose. I mean, Macarthur had a bit of time here. Now it is Lachlan Rose. Rose puts the ball in. Block there by Dylan Ryan. And he'll go out for another corner. And Lachlan Rose is really enjoying here on the right hand side. So much time and space to do whatever he wants. And when he's held it up, it's working. This one of them ones, I think fans would hate it in terms of like... Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Because it's a money sport at the end of the day. And if... I'd like to... I think if it was going to happen, it'd be a championship team that take over. Just so that the journey wasn't as long. I know it was in fairness when they were in the 4th division. Jean Rowe whips it in. Head all the way to the back post. Cam Sober does well. Can't get the ball out and it'll go for a goal kick. Comes off there. Milligan. Acton took it very quick to Butterfield. Because, I mean, Victory needs to get a goal within the next 10 minutes to give themselves any good shot of winning the game. It'd be interesting. I'd love to do like maybe a poll or something to see if you are a championship fan, would you be opposed to a Red Bull buying your team out? Like, because there are teams who've had such financial worries that Red Bull can sort of save them, bring them sustainability. Matt Dabshire's going to get yellow carded here. For getting booed out of the stadium, the ref. But the referee, very adamant, will give him the card there. Arm across the throat of Broxham, possible foul. It's one of them ones. It is one of them ones. Oh, by the way, lovely scenes of emotion yesterday in Lucas Piszczek. You know what I mean? It was just glorious to see him crying. Yeah, that's the thing. But then there'll be a majority going, at the end of the day, we may get to see our club in some sort of success rather than just teetering. It's one of them ones. It's all to do with how it ruins their thing, I think. Because do City fans complain now that they're winning leagues? No. But a team like Wigan and Bolton, they're in huge... Exactly. You know what? I think a team like Wigan or Bolton, a team that were previous to the Premier League, I think fans would understand where it's like, we've already done it. We've already been there. Why can't we go back in there? It'd be an interesting one because at the end of the day, do fans, like, do you know, let's say fans of the 4th side that they bought in Germany, do you think they were going, oh, we don't want this. We want to stay in the 4th division? Because if I'm right, they weren't going anywhere. I think they may have got promotion that season, but they weren't doing anything. The fans are not going to, oh no, I'd rather linger in here. It's one of them tough ones because I think a lot of fans would say, no, I want to keep the integrity of the club. And then a lot of fans go, I want to do that, but I want to see our team be successful. I want to look in 10 years and see that we have got to we have finished top 10. Like, if you're a Leipzig fan, you're competing in the Champions League. Last year, you were in a semi-final. You clearly, you were seeing improvements in it's very interesting. I think It depends how and what league you're asking. So what league you're asking. It's a tough talking point. It'd be an interesting thing to sort of try figure out. It'd be really interesting. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. So the NFL fixtures got released as well, didn't they, this week? There is a sports corner tie there in the preseason, which means it might be Ben DiNucci versus Jakey Luton, which would be I would love that. Big bad Jakey Luton versus Gucci DiNucci. Barnett, good ball in behind, headed away by Milligan. Tries to play it back. Martis tries to play it back, and Falama nearly makes him pay. And Lachlan Rose will just clear it along and sort of try to calm the nerves. Mark Bosanic. Ball in behind, comes over. Good defending by Denis Genero. Really good defending from the midfielder. And Victory will whip this cornering. I mean, if they could put this in, the game really does open up with 20 minutes left. Comes in to the back post, and it goes absolutely nowhere. So for me, I'm not as you've probably noticed, I'm not a massive loyalist in terms of I'm like, sure, I don't have as much passion, unfortunately. And I know football fans will hate that. I know they will. But I don't let losses and wins get to me, just because at the end of the day, it's just one of the things that doesn't get to me. So for me, I'm like, who cares if I get to see Oldham Athletic in the Premier League? Something that I don't think I would ever see. Like, same with my uncle. He has the thing is, it's all to do with loyal. My uncle used to go watch Oldham quite a lot. Since he's moved over here, my uncle, that's why I'm an Oldham fan. Since he's moved over here, obviously he doesn't go as much because he doesn't live in Oldham, and he doesn't really support them as much now. But he'll still think it, and the thing is, it will bring fans back. And then, is that the kind of fans you want to bring back? Because they've only come back when the good's got good, if you know what I mean. In terms of, you're only coming when success is there. But it's an interesting one. It's the same I know KL talking about in terms of when Hull did like their final game of the season, if they were allowed fans, or like when they were doing the trophy celebration. How many people will come and visit the thing, who don't go to the games day in, day out, but they'll go now because they've got promoted and success. It's one of them ones. I'm not complaining. I could see fucking. I was trying to think of like a player. Stefan Tigesh playing. He's not playing Premier League football. League Championship at best. Dylan Ryan bundles into Matt Derbyshire there. Right to the back of the head. And that probably should be a card for him, but not going to be given. Not going to be given. Oh. Put that there. I mean, 20 minutes left in this game, and second half hasn't really been interesting, politely. Oh, Bahambula Prem certifiable. I'm ready. Sign him up. He's ready. He's the only player in that team that I can see just tearing it up in the Prem. We talk about. I genuinely think we've got a really good team for the season forthcoming. I really do. Dylan Ryan all over Matt Derbyshire, and he's still not going to pick up a yellow. Probably last warning, but imagine. I could love to see Dylan Bahambula in the Prem. It's not his level, don't get me wrong, it really isn't his level, but Yeah, being in a wild situation, Macarthur attacked to them to sit back. I tell you what, they've tried. Don't get me wrong, they've tried Lachlan Rose on that right-hand side, who's tried to create stuff, but nothing's happening. It's great. You can just hear a fan screaming, "Play the ball, Macarthur." It's like they have just sat back and calmed it. There's no energy from them, and I understand why they're 2-0 up and they're sat in second. And do you blame them now if they finish in second? Do you blame them? Barnett will win the header. Lachlan Rose. Tell you what, a man who's had a good game at sort of not his natural position, Barnett there at fullback. The referee has slipped over, which has got a great laugh from the crowd. Gusted to Kamsoba. Still Kamsoba. Gusted. Falame. Oh, that's it. That might have been hit an hand, that. It could have hit his head, though. I thought it was a head. I thought it was hand. VAR is checking it. But either it's hit his head and he genuinely playing, or he's selling this like a dream. Falame has the shot. Nope, that hits his face. That is a face shot. So the hand was there. It's missed his hand. It's clonked him in the face. And the thing is, Falame hits that with so much power. Yeah, already cleared. Clearly not a handball. Milligan just a little bit shaken off, so with all the concussion tests they have to do. I love it's the beauty of the Australian League. There's a guy, I think in the Macarthur end, just screaming, "We need to go forward. This game is boring." Milligan. They're going to do concussion testing. He doesn't look particularly okay. He's obviously just a bit sore. I mean, he's pressing his cheekbone. Could be a broken cheekbone. I mean, his eyes look like they're moving up. He's checking the eye bit. It's a big ball to the. Shut up. Just Falame hits so much power, instant power. I mean, handball claims were already initial, like called. I think Milligan will be all right to carry on. Maybe. If not, we might see a change from Macarthur. Big hit to the phaser. They played to survive in the league. Take out Derbyshire and they don't have any other boring sides who do just exactly. I think that's the one problem with this team. I think they've got the talent with Benyat, Chusieta, Denijandro. I think this Mombwawa has come out and actually had a really good game today. Like, I think he's surprised everyone. His energy has shown something from Macarthur. And speaking of that, Derbyshire too, Mombwa. But yeah, like I said, Derbyshire's their only goal scorer. I know it's obviously their first season in the league. So maybe next year we'll see them bring another striker in as an option. Because I mean, Victory have got that. Gusted, Cruz can play there. Falame can play there. They've got options if they need to play players up front. Whereas I do feel like Victory, Macarthur have only got Matt Derbyshire. So next year I would like to see them bring in. I mean, for their first season, bringing in players like Benyat Chusieta, Derbyshire. Blend that in with some good players like Dennis Shomro, who he's one player for some reason. And Lachlan Rose I've liked today as well. Bring the experienced Mark Milligan in. So it's going to be very fun to see what happens with Macarthur in the coming years, because they could be a really successful team if they can find the balance. Speaking of that, there will be I think Burke and Kerdow was warming up for Victory. And then I think it was Roos. Yeah, Michael Roos Warming up for Macarthur. Brooks, another ball in and Gusted not on it. I mean, they've played so many balls into Rudy Gusted, but nothing has come off so far. Long ball over the top. Lachlan Rose collects. Oh, a bit of a heavy touch. And Barnett does well to get it out. And Victory are going to have to go again with Jake Brimmer. Great ball over the top to Brooks. It's a really good ball. Brooks is in behind. Brooks, oh, he goes for the inside and it's on the rebound. And it's Cam Sober. And it's game on now with 13 minutes left. Melbourne Victory have got 1 goal back. And a great ball over the top by Brimmer. Brooks gets on to the end of it. Tries to get it on the inside of the post. Comes off the post. Right to the feet of Cam Sober. Oh, it's a great pass by Brimmer. And then just in off the post. Finds Cam Sober. Great first time finish by Cam Sober. And puts it in. And Victory have deserved it this game. And 2-1 this game is all to play for now. And I mean, Susayeta is going to come off and Ruz is going to come on. But this is interesting now because if Macarthur going to play, I mean, the guy in the crowd, the loud Australian man just went, "You're just sitting ducks." And I mean, that's what they were, just sat watching Brooks getting behind. I mean, if there's enough time for Victory to get back into this game. And if we see small stuff like we saw just then, there's going to be a free kick in the midfield there. As Mumbois is fouled. Meredith has got a lot of open space on the left. Sushier, Mumbois. Meredith puts the ball in too high. Now Roos is going to get it to Lachlan Rose. Jean Rowe to Roos, the substitute. Plays it into absolute no man's land. Finds Meredith though. And Macarthur, they're going to try hold the ball up here, but all it takes is one swift Victory counter-attack. They've got pace with Cam Sober and Falame. Genuinely, in his mental, they were looking, but Victory have probably been the better side. They really have. I mean, the fans are loving it. There's like 8 of them. There's like 8 Victory fans who've travelled. So one thing I'd love to see is attendance go up for Macarthur. For the A-League. Lachlan Rose. Ooh, does put a lofting ball and goes straight to the hands of Matthew Acton. And Victory will not counter. Butterfield will calm it down. To Barnett. Butterfield's made a lovely run on the inside. But Macarthur really have not been the side they were in the second half. In the first half, sorry. Elvis Cansobri has dropped a bit deep here. Tried to create a bit more space. Brimmer, another ball over the top. Finds Brooks. Oh, that's lovely by Brooks. Puts the ball in. Blocked by Meredith. Cleared away. That was lovely from Brooks, sir. The ball played back through to Matthew Acton. Who will get it out long to? Storm Rue on the wing. Heavy touch. Fine Rue. But Rue's got it. Rue. Plays it through to Cam Sober on the wing. No one making a run. A lot of people walking here for Victory. And they're going to go back. Barnett's in a bit of space on the left. Ball's put in. Cleared away by... That's Mark Milligan. Bois to Rose. Rose has lost it there. Rue intercepts. Brimmer. To Barnett. To Falame. Back to Barnett. To Jake Brimmer. He's created open space on left. But to Butterfield. Melbourne passing around now. Just needs to create. Find some open space to get this ball. As Butterfield. He accidentally creates himself some space. Cam Sober. Butterfield. Rue. Cam Sober. Made a run in behind. Wins a throw-in. I think a substitute is going to happen. Lane Brooks will take a throw. And it's going to be a Berkan Kerdar will come on for... Wait, what? Well, the substitute is off. Well, that is interesting. Leighton Brooks, who's got himself a partial assist. Falami's won the header, goes out. Leighton Brooks, who's got himself an assist, is going to come off here. Very interesting. I mean, if you're Leighton Brooks, I know you're 20 years old and you sort of don't want to show too much emotion, but 1 assist, 3 shots, 5 balls into 1 foul, 1. He's had a good game since coming off the bench. And then, I mean, Berkan Kerdal, come on, who's another talented player, but very strange there from the manager Keane, Steve Keane, innit? Yeah. It's very interesting. He's currently head interim coach, but come sober. I wonder why they're just telling him. It's one of the assistants just telling him. Such a strange decision. Falami, though. To Berkan Kerdal. Good ball in behind to Barnett. Barnett puts a lovely off the ball. Gusted doesn't win it. Kamsoba. Rue. Butterfield. Brimmer. To Falami. Great space created there by Berkan Kerdal. Butterfield just drills a shot straight into the hands of Adam Federici. But I feel sorry for Leighton Brooks there. Not done anything wrong. I mean, surely you... I don't know. Surely you put maybe Falami down the middle? I would have put Falami up front, take off Gusted, put Leighton Brooks on the left, or put Brooks in the middle, and Brooks on the left and Burke and Kerdar in the midfield, if we're being honest. But Ben Falami here. Falami shoes blocked. Butterfield though. I mean, the Victory have had all the pressure here. I mean, if it pays off, fair play to the Victory coaching staff, because comes over can't get the ball, but it's still with them. Still with Melbourne Victory. Burke and Kerdar. Butterfield loses the ball. Could be a counter-attack here. Poor ball by Derbyshire. Barnett wins it. Kerdar. Ben Falami. I mean, a lot of open space here for the Ipswich man. Falami drills it across. And good defender from the captain, Milligan. Gets it out, but Ben Falami being... I mean, it'd be interesting. It would be very interesting. Falami, though, squares it across and it's cleared away. I mean, cross comes in. Justed wins it. Still in and around the box. And Lachlan Rose has nowhere to go and has to hoof it long. And that's an incredible change, but Roos is chasing it, but Acton and Barnett keep a calm head for victory, and they've got 5 minutes now to go and try and get something to the game, because it's easily doable. It really is. Macarthur have been poor, is a polite word. It's amazing why Steve Keane won't chase it even forward up front, not work. That's the problem. I know he's an interim head coach, don't get me wrong, but I just think Justed has not done anything in this game. I think that's very obvious. Good ball by Storm Rue. To Cam Sober. Puts the ball in! And Ben Falami. That's the thing, I just think Justed has to come off. He has to come off. I said keep Leighton Brooks, take off Justed. But yeah, there's a reason why he's not the main coach. So close from Ben Falami. But Elvis Kamsoba and Ben Falami have had a great game today. And it's going to be double change for Macarthur. It's going to be Gulich, I think. Gulich and for Meredith. And Mombois. And Loic Poyo is going to come on. But Mombois, good game from the 23-year-old. Made his debut 2 years ago for the Mariners in the FFA Cup. Obviously, I think Melbourne City have confirmed their place in it along with the Wollongong. So So that their positions will be confirmed as well as the season starts to finish. But them spots are still open for the FFA Cup. We can't forget that also takes place after the end of the season, technically. I think does it either start the next season or it ends the other season. Who won the FFA Cup last year? I know he didn't get played, so the previous year. Who's won it? It was cancelled. It was Adelaide. Adelaide have done the double. But yeah, if by the way you knew the beauty of the A-League, 2019, Adelaide beat Melbourne City in the final 4-0. Melbourne City now are sort of running away with... Oh man, I might have Santura as well. Which is the beauty of it. But yeah, I'm looking at the team there from Adelaide. The mental thing, you look and you think, not many of them are still there. Ben Falami on the left though. To Barnett. I mean, you look at Melbourne and we'll talk through it, but their team is practically the same, and it just shows that sometimes you stick with what you got. I mean, if you look at Adelaide team, Paul Izzo, Ryan Strain, I don't think he's there anymore. Marone, Jacobson, Kita, Diarigo is still there. Maria, Ben Haller is still there. Riley McGreen not there. Milicic not there. Al Santure there. Like, they've got a brand new side, basically, Adelaide do. And then if you look at Melbourne City, Dean Bouzanis, former Oldham Athletic goalkeeper. Steve Keane, after every loss, just doesn't have to praise effort unlike the Victory managers of old. The thing is, because they've been so poor this season, as Roos is breaking away here, 2-on-2, he's got a man open, Derbyshire, and the game is over. And wow, I mean, against the run of play, and that is all the substitute, Michael Roos there. And if you're Melbourne Victory, you feel you're robbed, but as... wait, I'm not closing. Oh. But it's mental. But Roos there, he takes a while. He looks like he's not going to play the ball. Dylan Ryan slips again. Yeah, Steve Keane after everyone else just doesn't have the prison. This is a situation you need a manager to berate a team, saying, but you need a manager who step up. I think he's made a mistake keeping Rudiger steady on the pitch, and it's come back to bite them in the ass. It really has. It really, really has. But like Dean Bouzanis, obviously, net. Tom Glover's on the bench though. But you've got Scott Galloway, Curtis Good, Scott Jameson, Connor Metcalf, Adrian Luna, Jeremy McLaren, Craig Noon, all still play for the same team. You also had a man that's currently playing today, Dennis Jennerer, who is obviously playing for Macarthur. All right now. But wow, I think this has been poor management for Victory, because it's a game they could have won. It's a game they very easily could have won. 5 minutes at a time is enough time to try and get a draw here, but you're leaving it bloody late. You are leaving it late. 3-1 though. And Macarthur. All they have to do is hold on. All they have to do is hold on here. I mean, 4.5 minutes left, but then a good result for Macarthur. It did look shaky, especially when Cam Sober put that ball in, but Kerdar tries to play through to Cam Sober. Did Susieta score a goal? He did not, mate. I think he went off injured as well. He went off as well, so unfortunately, he did him there. I'm sorry to say. I'm sorry to say he did not score. Matt Derbyshire got another though. On a double right now. But yeah, lovely break by Michael Roos. The 18. Wow, he's 18 years old. He's not 18. He does not look 18. Wow. They're built differently in Australia, what can we say? Jesus. When was he? What? He does not look 18. Falami. Foul by Lachlan Rose. Ruth said just doing a little bit of shithouse football. I mean, if the second half shots don't say anything, Macarthur 2 shots in the second half. Melbourne Victory have had 11. They've had 11 shots and they've not been able to do anything with the ball. Lachlan Rose will leave the ball here. Who scored the goal? Elvis Kamsoba. I think it'd be very interesting just to talk about Steve Keenan, really. His choices. But yeah, I think Victory probably will leave this game going, that's points dropped, because they could have easily got back into this game, easily got a draw. But instead, I think late to make changes, poor changes. I think subbing off a player who had just come on is just, first of all, it's fitness. First of all, take off if you're gonna take off a Ben Falami or Kamsoba. I mean, I know Kamsoba scored, but take off a Ben Falami. Like, even though he's been one of the best players on the pitch, save legs rather than taking on a player who's just come on, who's going to be so much fresher. Kamsoba, apparently, doesn't have stamina. He doesn't need it. He's still running like it's minute 1. Butterfield puts a good ball over the top. Kamsoba puts it back in. Federici tips it. And gets it with one hand. Lovely keeping from Adam Federici. Brave keeping as well. Against a man who's probably played against for a couple of times, Adam Federici. Rudiger Cesar. Kamsoba, again, does really well, gets the ball in. A good block by Federici. Roos got the ball. We'll lose it, but Macarthur will sit out this game now. 1 minute left as he wins a free kicks. Won in the midfield by Matis. I don't know why I'm saying it with a Spanish accent. It's Martis. Anthony's Martis. Oh, he's on loan from Magician. That's nice. Where's he from? Cyprus. That's interesting. That is very interesting. That's cool. Cypriot there, on loan from Magician, obviously. Who did get Champions League football. They beat Slavia Prague in the knockout. In knockout stages in the qualifying rounds. Lachlan Rose has kept the ball in. He's tried to get the ball. Reading, I think. Adam Federici, if I'm right. He's played Premier League Bournemouth as well, right? Stoke. There you go. He's been Premier League and thing. Yeah, I was right. Bristol, Reading, Bournemouth, Notts Forest, Stoke. You'll know Adam Federici. He's a recognisable name if you watch English football. So you know Bernardo. Jacob Butterfield up. Pings it across to Kamsoba. Tries to put the ball in, blocked well. By Golic, who is huge, by the way. He's a big brute. Corner's took shot. Corner comes in, headed well by Milligan, who's had a good game. And the whistle will blow. And in a game that Melbourne Victory probably could have won, they come away with the 0. They come away with no points. Good for Macarthur in the battle for top 6. In what we'll highlight more on Sunday morning. That is a huge 3 points. We'll highlight more on Sunday morning. But thank you to everyone that joined. If you want to check us out, don't forget to like and subscribe. And turn on the notifications. Twitter at @_top_corner. The website, sports-corner.com. The _sports corner is our Instagram, as you can see it on the screen right now. And then lots of our social media. Thanks to everyone who joined. This is what's coming up on the channel this week. So we have the Watchalong that's currently happened, not this one. It wasn't Jets Mariners, it was Macarthur. Melbourne Victory finished 3-1 Macarthur. Then on Sunday, the 16th of May, we'll have Perth Glory versus Western Sydney Wanderers in a big clash for that top 6. Can Wanderers keep in the battle? Then we'll have EFL playoffs on that 17th of May. Bournemouth versus Brentford. Going to be a great clash, that. Then we'll have the other game later on in that night. Barnsley versus Swans. You can see Darryl Dyke there, but can he clear his side through? Then the Premier League darts will return on the 24th of May. I'm sure Josh can't wait for that. Going to be some fun darts. But thank you very much, Bernardo, coming. Cheers, have a good one. Thank you very much, mate. Same with you, lad. Same with you. Have a good day. I'll see you Possibly tomorrow. Might be some Bundesliga watch-alongs for the relegation battle. But I'll see you, and we'll go